When you close your eyes and drift into sleep, you are not simply shutting down. In fact, you have just flipped a switch to initiate one of the most complex and vital technical processes of life. Imagine your body as a bustling city. For the past 16 hours, the streets have been packed with traffic, factories have been running at full capacity, and waste and emissions have accumulated everywhere. If this city were to operate continuously without ever stopping for maintenance, it would collapse. Pipes would burst, trash would overflow the streets, and the electrical system would burn out. Sleep is the curfew of that city. For the first time in the day, the noisy activities halt to make way for the night maintenance crew. Today we will dive deep into the physiology of sleep to understand why a lack of sleep doesn't just make you tired, it is actually making your brain stink. The biological cycle initiates the moment the body assumes a horizontal position. Two powerful figures govern this entire process, adenosine and melatonin. Adenosine represents the pressure of sleep hunger accumulating in the brain with every waking minute. Every unit of ATP energy consumed leaves behind a residual deposit of adenosine, filling the biological hourglass of the nervous system. When this sand reaches its maximum threshold, the pressure on neural receptors becomes irresistible, forcing the entire system to suspend operations. Simultaneously, melatonin acts as the butler with a lantern. As darkness falls, the pineal gland releases melatonin into the bloodstream to issue a citywide curfew. Under this coordination, core body temperature drops by 1 degree Celsius. The heart rate slows and energy reactors shift to minimum output. However, the intrusion of blue light from screens creates a fake dawn, forcing butler melatonin to retreat and paralyzing the essential preparations for maintenance. This hormonal disruption is the equivalent of a citywide blackout of the signal to rest. Even if the lights are off, the internal machinery remains in a state of confused agitation, unable to enter the deep restorative states required for survival. As the city settles into silence, deep sleep, NREM, stage 3 begins prioritizing physical restoration. During this phase, the pituitary gland releases a massive wave of growth hormone HGH, a professional construction team that travels through all tissues to repair damaged muscle fibers, regenerate skin cells, and strengthen the skeletal framework. Parallel to this physical reconstruction, the internal security system undergoes a comprehensive upgrade. White blood cells are retrained to recognize new viral and bacterial variants encountered during the day. Truncating sleep during this stage directly weakens the body's defenses, leaving the fortress walls of the immune system fragile against external invasion. This is the period of peak physical efficiency where the body synthesizes proteins and restores the glycogen stores in the liver and muscles. Without this construction phase, the biological infrastructure suffers from wear and tear that manifests as chronic pain, delayed healing, and an increased susceptibility to infection. Deep into the night, the most critical cleansing mechanism, the glymphatic system, begins its operation. During daily activity, brain cells stand packed tightly together to optimize information transmission, which constricts the interstitial spaces and prevents the flow of cleansing fluids. During deep sleep, these neurons shrink by 60% of their normal size. Large gaps open up, allowing cerebrospinal fluid to rush in with the pressure of a power washer, flushing out toxic proteins, specifically beta amyloid, the biochemical waste associated with Alzheimer's disease. A brief 4 to 5 hour sleep forces the cleaning crew to stop while the streets are still covered in trash. The brain fog experienced the next morning is the literal stench of uncollected biochemical waste poisoning the neurons. This metabolic debris hinders the firing of synapses, making the transmission of thoughts feel like trudging through thick sludge. Long-term failure to activate this power wash leads to the permanent buildup of plaques, essentially turning the once vibrant neural city into a toxic wasteland of neurodegenerative decay. Toward dawn, the city shifts into REM rapid eye movement sleep. The body enters a state of temporary paralysis to prevent physical reactions to dreams, while the brain explodes with energy like a command center at full capacity. This is the domain of the librarian and the psychologist. The librarian audits all data files collected throughout the day, shredding trivial information while transferring vital knowledge from short-term memory to long-term storage within the steel vaults of the cerebral cortex. Simultaneously, the psychologist processes negative emotions and mental trauma in a neurochemical environment, free of noradrenaline, the stress chemical. A lack of REM sleep results in irritability, stifled creativity, and severe memory impairment as data is never properly categorized or archived. In this state, the brain attempts to resolve the day's psychological conflicts, integrating experiences into a coherent narrative of the self. When REM sleep is cut short, the city's archives become a chaotic mess of unsorted files, and the emotional resilience of the individual collapses, leading to heightened anxiety and a reduced ability to solve complex problems. At sunrise, Butler melatonin vanishes to make way for cortisol, the hormone of alertness and vigilance. Cortisol serves as the internal alarm clock, increasing blood pressure, elevating blood glucose, and reactivating energy plants. Oxygen-saturated delivery trucks resume their routes through the vascular system, ready for a new cycle. A full 8-hour sleep ensures the city is handed over in a clean state with reinforced walls and an organized data vault. Conversely, cutting sleep to 5 hours triggers a systemic crisis. Leptin, the fullness signal, drops sharply, while ghrelin, the hunger signal, skyrockets, forcing the city to seek cheap energy from sugars and fats to compensate for exhaustion. This metabolic sabotage is the brain's desperate attempt to keep the lights on in an under-maintained system. The body enters a state of insulin resistance, and the prefrontal cortex, the city's rational executive, loses control over the amygdala, leading to poor dietary choices and impulsive behavior. The cardiovascular system also bears a heavy burden during sleep deprivation, as blood vessels act like pipes under constant overpressure without a release valve. During healthy sleep, blood pressure naturally dips, giving the heart and arteries a much-needed reprieve from the daily grind. When sleep is sacrificed, this nocturnal dip never occurs, leading to vascular damage and an increased risk of cardiac arrest. Mentally, the amygdala. The brain's fear center becomes 60% more sensitive, turning the individual into an entity driven by agitation and irrational anxiety. The lack of sleep prevents the prefrontal cortex from dampening the amygdala's alarms, meaning every minor inconvenience is interpreted as a life-threatening crisis. Implementing a rigorous maintenance plan through 3 core rules is mandatory for systemic survival. The rule of darkness requires disconnecting all electronic devices 1 hour before bed to protect Butler melatonin. The rule of temperature demands a room environment of 18 to 22 degrees Celsius to assist the body's internal cooling, a thermal signal that is essential for triggering the transition into deep sleep. The rule of consistency forces the city to operate on a fixed rhythm, maintaining the same sleep and wake times even on weekends, preventing the biological chaos of social jet lag. Furthermore, the impact of sleep deprivation extends to the very blueprint of our biology, our DNA. Studies indicate that a single week of limited sleep can disrupt the activity of over 700 genes, including those responsible for inflammation, cardiovascular health, and the response to oxidative stress. It is as if the city's legal codes and construction standards are being rewritten in a way that favors decay over growth. The synchronization of the body's internal clocks from the master clock in the brain to the peripheral clocks in the liver and kidneys relies entirely on the quality of the nightly curfew. When these clocks fall out of sync, the city's departments begin to work against one another, leading to a breakdown in metabolic flexibility and hormonal harmony. In a society that celebrates busyness and views sleep as laziness, it must be reaffirmed sleep is the most powerful act one can take to reclaim metabolic flexibility and protect the intellect. Time borrowed from sleep always carries an extortionate interest rate paid in lifespan and quality of existence. A single night without maintenance is a step toward the total collapse of the biological metropolis. Turning off the phone 30 minutes earlier each night is the wisest investment to allow the cleaning and repair crews to fulfill their duties. The brain city deserves to be radiant and strong every morning, beginning with the respect of tonight's curfew. This is not merely a habit, it is the science of life. Sleep well, and may your regeneration be complete. Respecting the nightly curfew is the most fundamental act of self-care available to any human being. It is the silent bridge between today's efforts and tomorrow's achievements. By prioritizing this maintenance cycle, you ensure that the complex machinery of your mind and body remains resilient, innovative, and clean. Every hour of rest is an investment in your longevity, a shield against cognitive decline, and a promise of a better, sharper version of yourself when the sun rises. Do not view sleep as the end of your productivity, but as the engine that drives it. Let the maintenance crews do their work. Your future self depends on the quality of the silence you find tonight.